let's find self-love, because honestly, finding self-love will change the trajectory of your life. When you choose to be in relationships because you love yourself and you know your self-worth, you're gonna choose relationships with people who treat you nicely, who are kind to you, who love you, who want to support you in all the things that you do. And for all my girlies who have chronic pain and chronic illness, I know how hard it is to love ourselves when we're in pain all the time. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Charlene, your chronic illness bestie, and if you're here for finding self-love, if you are here for healing your body through holistic practices such as health, movement, food choices, fasting, then you've made it to the right place. Go ahead and like and subscribe so you don't miss another video just like this one. Hello friends, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video, you guys, we are going to talk about self-love and why it's important and how I found self-love and just why you need to have self-love in order to live a true happy life, right? So to get things started, I Googled what is self-love so that we can have the actual definition of what self-love is for all of us, okay? So the definition of self-love says, self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and our spiritual growth. Self-love means having a high regard for your own well-being and happiness. Self-love means taking care of your own needs and not sacrificing your well-being to please others. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so let's break this down. So I love the beginning part that says self-love is a state of appreciation for oneself that grows from actions that support our physical, psychological, and our spiritual growth. You guys, yes. Okay, so for me personally, finding self-love meant doing the little actions to take care of myself, okay? So before I really truly loved who I was and who I saw in the mirror, I had a lot of self-deprecating thoughts. I was more concerned about other people's opinions of me. I cared more about what they thought about me than what I thought about myself. And I acted in a way of trying to please others, and it didn't matter that it made me really unhappy as long as I was trying to make other people happy. But the thing is you can't make somebody else so happy and be totally miserable. You're never gonna make them happy enough, right? You have to focus on making yourself happy, and then once your cup is full, you can spill over and give so much more to other people, right? Because that good old saying, you can't pour from an empty cup, is so true, okay? But it's those little acts that start to build up, and you start to build trust with yourself, right? So some of the actions that I did at the beginning of my self-love journey, they didn't feel like self-love, right? Because I feel like social media has showed us that self-love looks like bubble baths and extravagant trips and, drinks with your girlfriend and mornings that are completely silent and you have hours to just lounge around and read, and I have not experienced that lately, although I did go to LA to visit my best friend, and that was a total act of self-love, and I loved that so much. But up until this point, no, okay, I had to turn my soup off, and also Phoebe has joined us, so she's kind of just creeping back here. What are you doing? Come here. You want to say hi? Do you want to say, come here? Come here. Come here. And she's like, no, I don't jump up on you, Mom. He's your good girl. Okay, so if you hear grunts and moving around, it's not me, it's Phoebe. Okay, so at the beginning, the acts of self-love did not feel like this pampering session of face masks and bubble baths. I had an infant, and my acts of self-love looked like setting healthy boundaries. It looked like gratitude journaling at the end of the night. It looked like, don't worry, we'll wait. Better? Okay. It looked like taking care of myself, just taking a shower regularly and washing my hair, not feeling guilty for taking the time to shave my legs and wash my face and just take care of basic needs, because those are basic needs, like getting a haircut, taking showers regularly, your physical care. That is just basic needs, right? But at the beginning, I had such low self-esteem and low self-worth, and the negative self-talk was really there. And so I had to start small, and I had to build the foundation and make my basic needs a basic priority. And so that's what self-love looked like to me at the beginning, right? Practicing my gratitude practice every night, because finding the gratitude and the positive things that happen in every single day is so beautiful and so important. And it really starts to change your mindset, especially those of us that are here with chronic pain and chronic illness. Like, changing my mindset and looking for the good things that happen during the day instead of only focusing on all the negative things and the things that went wrong that day. Because being a mom with an infant, it's really easy to be really stuck in the negative. Being stuck in chronic pain, it's really easy to focus on the negative and only see the really bad things that happen every single day. And focusing on the good, honest to God, you guys, changed my life. And I have a little free ebook for finding gratitude that I always talk about. It's always linked in the description box down below for you. If you are struggling with mindset, go get that. It's literally just a free resource for you so that you can start to find self-love today and like work on that, because that was a major game changer, just changing my mindset, right? So starting to look for the good in the day and journaling, and then it like blossomed, right, into feeling like I was smart enough to take the classes and starting to implement tapping practices and meditation and yoga and really accepting my body for where she was and loving her in that state anyway, right? So like when you live with chronic pain and chronic illness, some days you can't move and some days you're stuck in bed and some days you can move, right? Maybe you can't move in the same way that you could before, right? Like some days I can move, but I can't lift super heavy weights without throwing myself into a flare. You guys, it's like halfway through June and I still haven't gone into a flare this year. Like, that's wild to me, because the major thing that I took out of my lifestyle this year was lifting weights. I started fasting almost 4 months ago. I'm going into my 4th month of fasting, I believe. I'm actually doing a 36-hour fast right now. And that was finding self-love. Like, I had to find self-love enough to believe that I could do this, right? So I'm using fasting as a tool to heal my gut. I'm using fasting as a tool to heal my immune system. I'm using fasting as a tool to heal my body so that I can feel better, so that I can lift weights, so that I can live the life that I really want. And I had to believe that I deserved that, and I had to believe that I could achieve that so that I could achieve that, right? So that I can achieve that, right? And I had to do the work. Like, I had to do the mindset work. I had to do journaling. I also had to acknowledge where some of those thoughts and beliefs came from so that I could say, you know what? Those aren't my thoughts. Like, I didn't decide that being a 90s supermodel with big fake boobs and being really skinny, like, that is not a thought that is mine. Like, that's not what I find to be beautiful. I think that all bodies are beautiful. You know what I mean? Like, I genuinely have an appreciation for all bodies, and I think that all bodies are beautiful. And so when I let go of what that standard of beauty was that I had been given as a young child, it allowed me to accept my body for who she was, right? Like, I could say, wow, I am beautiful. I am sexy, because I was able to let that thought go. Whenever that thought pops up in my head that's like, oh, maybe you should get your boobs done, or maybe you need to be thinner, or maybe, you know, whatever, I can be like, is that thought mine? No, it is not. And I can let that go, and I can say, actually, I love this body, and I'm so appreciative of this body, and I am so grateful for this body because it's the only one I get, right? And I want to love her, and I want to treat her right. I want to feel awesome, and I want to love myself, you know. So learning where those thoughts come from is so important for all of our self-love journey, right? We have to define what we believe to be beautiful, and we get to choose, right? We get to choose what is beautiful. We don't have to accept what society tells us is beautiful. We don't have to accept supermodels and, you know, all of the imaging that we get thrown at us all the time, right? Like, we get to choose, we get to decide, and we get to choose the thoughts that we think. And so when thoughts come up that are negative thoughts, we can say, nope, that's not for me. That's not a thought that I want to even choose to entertain. I'm letting that go, and I'm going to flood my body with positivity instead, right? That's a little bit of a backstory and my journey to finding self-love. I just want to say, like, not every day is perfect. Not everybody feels like, oh my God, I love myself. I'm so amazing and beautiful every single day, right? No, which is why we have tools and practices and things that we can come back to and things that we can do to help gain self-love and come back to self-love and really just keep going. Cause like this whole life, like we're gonna keep having bad things happen and then we process through them and like we have challenges and we have struggles and you know, we have all these things. And so we have to keep coming back to ourselves, right? And so it's all about learning the skills and the tools and the tricks and the tips so that you can have a bad day and you can say, you know what, today was a bad day. Today kind of sucked. Let's continue forward and keep choosing me, keep showing up for me, keep loving me, because as long as I keep loving me and I keep moving forward, I'm gonna get to where I want to go. I'm gonna become who I want to become because I've chosen to love myself enough to keep going, right? Like when you choose to make decisions out of self-love, you're going to choose movement that's healthy for your body. When you choose to be in relationships because you love yourself and you know your self-worth, you're going to choose relationships with people who treat you nicely, who are kind to you, who love you, who want to support you in all the things that you do. You make better choices because you're doing it out of a place of self-love and not self-deprecation, not self-hatred, not going into those toxic patterns and the toxic cycles because you're not making choices out of the negative place, right? You're making them out of the positive self-love, like coming from self-love, right? So if you are on your self-love journey or you want to start your self-love journey and you want to learn all of my tips and tricks and modalities that I used to help find self-love, come join me inside Summer Self-Love Challenge. We start Monday, June 19th. Inside this challenge, it's 2 weeks, but it's 10 days. It's Monday through Friday. We are doing EFT tapping or guided meditations and visualizations to help you discover what it is that you really want, to send forgiveness to who you might need to forgive. Sometimes that's ourselves because sometimes we are the ones holding ourselves back and sometimes we are the ones, like in our minds, we are telling ourselves that we're not good enough, we're not smart enough. And so we have to forgive ourselves and truly send love to ourselves so that we can come from a place of self-love, right? So we've got either a guided meditation or an EFT tapping practice, 5 to 10 minutes every single morning. We're committing to ourselves for that. Every single day we are committing to at least 30 minutes of movement, whether it's I've pre-recorded 10 workouts for you guys so that you guys can do them with or without weights, on vacation, at home, at your own pace, whatever it is, like they're pre-recorded there for you. And we've got journal prompts every single day, like a little self-love challenge every single day. And again, we've got weekends off, but the weekends you can either do more of the videos from the week before, or you can just go for a walk or just take the weekend off, catch up on a day that maybe you didn't get to do. And there's going to be group support. Like we're going to have a group chat over on Instagram. It's going to be so much fun, like all the love, all the support, getting you guys back in touch with your body, loving yourself, debunking your limiting beliefs, and doing the modalities of EFT tapping. Shift the energy in your body, show up for yourself every single day for these 2 weeks and see your life change. Because honestly, you guys, when you choose to make yourself a priority and you choose to show up for yourself and say, I love you, and do the practices and do the journal prompts and like really dig deep into your subconscious mind, commit to your body of movement, you guys, something just physically shifts in your body when you choose to show up for yourself, when you choose to say yes, when you choose to love yourself enough to make that commitment to yourself. It's amazing what can happen. And also, you guys, it's June. We're going into the second half of the year. Like, let's recommit to our goals. Let's recommit to our body. Let's commit to self-love and turn the rest of this year around. Like, who cares what happened at the beginning of the year? You know what I mean? Like, if you didn't get anything accomplished at the beginning of the year, okay, cool. We've got 6 months to go until the end of the year, and let's set some goals. Let's make it happen. I am so excited to do this with you guys. You guys, and this is all being hosted inside of a Teachable account. So it's all in one easy place. You go in, you've got all your little welcome materials, and then we've got week 1 and it's got day 1. And then inside day 1, you've got your workout video, you've got your guided meditation, you've got your journal prompts, like everything is in one spot. It's so easy. It's gonna be so incredible, you guys. I can't wait to see all of your beautiful faces inside. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. If you guys have like real questions that you guys want to ask me, but you don't want to send them in the comments down below, go find me on Instagram. I'm CharleneTown_, and just shoot me a DM. I would love to answer any questions you guys have. You guys, let's find self-love, because honestly, finding self-love will change the trajectory of your life. No doubt in my mind. Finding self-love has changed the trajectory of my life. It has changed the way I show up here on YouTube. I am much more confident now on YouTube than I have ever been. I talk about things that are really important to me. It has changed my mindset in being able to help women. Like, I want to help women. I want to help you change your mindset. I want you to love yourself enough to take care of yourself. And for all my girlies who have chronic pain and chronic illness, I know how hard it is to love ourselves when we're in pain all the time. And finding self-love can be hard. That's why we do it together, right? And doing the EFT tapping, doing the guided visualizations, and the journal prompts, like you're physically shifting the energy in your body, finding gratitude at the end of the night. Like, seriously, it will change your life. I know it sounds all woo-woo and it sounds like maybe that works for her, but it's not gonna work for me. Trust me. Just trust me, because I have been where you are. I have been so scared. I've been so angry. I've been so alone. I never talked to anybody about my chronic pain until I had my daughter 5 years ago. I didn't even talk to my husband about it. And now I get to talk to all of you guys about it. And we've built such an incredible community here, and I am so grateful. Also, please pause the video right here. Go say hello. Go support people in the chat down below. Tell us where you're from and what you've got going on. We want to say hello. We want to support you. This is a community here. And yeah, so come join us all inside the Summer Self-Love Challenge. You guys, it's going to be so much fun. It's going to be life-changing, and I absolutely cannot wait to see your beautiful faces there. If you guys have made it to this part of the video, a couple more videos will be popping up. If you enjoyed this video, you're probably going to enjoy these other videos as well. If you made it to this part of the video though, you probably want to hit that button in the middle and subscribe. Come join the fam. I would love to have you here. And that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.